Okay, good day, guys, and welcome to today on Princess Anu-TV. Welcome to another edition. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking to you about being intentional about your plans for life. I mean, your dreams, as it concerns aviation, as it concerns chasing anything at all in life. And there's this thing I always say here on this channel, which is if you believe it, you are going to achieve it. And I discovered that it's not the whole truth, in the sense that even if you believe it, you will have to work towards achieving it, especially as it concerns starting your career in aviation, because we have talked so much about the challenges, and majorly the biggest challenge a lot of people face is about getting finances to come to flight school. And I'm always like on this channel, if you believe it, you are actually going to get it. But now I need to put an addition to that statement, and that's why I'm making this video today. That even if you believe it, you will not achieve it except you're intentional about putting the hard work that it takes. Because I got a scholarship, not because I sat down in my house, or because I just thought about it and kept thinking about it. I made some deliberate steps to getting it. There are things I did to get to that point, and it took me a while. You might feel that okay, maybe I just knew one or two people and I just got it. No, it took me a while. In fact, when I started the process till when I got it, it took me almost like 2 years to actually get it. So I want to tell you some things that about deliberately working towards getting this thing. You understand? I don't want it to be like it's just a motivational talk where is don't worry, just believe it, just once you have it at the back of your mind you can get it. No, it's not just going to be a motivational talk. I'm going to be telling you deliberate steps now on what you can do to achieve anything you want to achieve. How that dream, that goal, that that thing you're looking at, especially as it concerns coming to the aviation industry, especially as it concerns the financing, that thing that you want to achieve, how you can go about it. The first thing I will need you to do is to ask the right questions. And let me give you an example about asking the right questions. Like I thought about getting scholarship before I came into aviation, because immediately I was wrapping up my university, I thought about it, how am I going to get into this thing? And so I started looking for, okay, I thought about getting the scholarship through my state. So I got in contact with someone that was in this, in university they have things like association of Yoruba students, association of maybe Calabari students, and all those things. So I got in contact with one of my friends that was also in that association, like Association of Osun State Students, and I asked, okay, do you think it's possible for me to get so how can I reach the government as it concerns this kind of thing? And he told me, he contacted me, gave me a contact to somebody. Don't forget, asking the right questions, very, very important. I went straight ahead to ask him the right question, in the sense that I was asking exactly what I needed. I was not trying to, go over, but some of us want to cover up what we are looking for. We don't want it to look like, I don't want everybody to know. Yes, you're not telling everybody, but you're talking to the right people and asking the right questions. The moment I got that, they were able to link me up to somebody that was also in the association that knew how I could get over to the government. That's one thing. That's why I said ask the right questions. If you ask the right questions, you will get the right answers. You will get the specific answers. The next thing, like I said, was connecting with the right person. Now I had the contact with the right person, in quotes, that could take me through or encourage me through that process, in the sense that it was not a person that this person was already into the government system, though he's not a politician or something, but this person already understood how these things work. Because when you're already into this SUG, student government system, there's this mindset these guys have that whatever they want, whether from the government, whether from any institution, whether from anybody, they can get it. And I needed that at that point in time because I didn't want any will I say discouragement or anything or anybody that's going to tell me that I don't think this kind of thing works. So I had to connect with the right people. So if you can ask the right questions, you will have the capability to be able to connect with the right people. So don't forget two things: asking the right questions, connecting with the right people. The next thing is to have a plan. Now, when I had to connect with the right person needed for this whole process, I thought about it. Okay, how am I going to do this? How can I go about this? The next thing was to get the admission. Don't forget, I told you before, I got an admission in Florida before I even got an admission here in NCAT. So I had to get the admission first. I now brought the admission to the table and I was like, oh, I've gotten this admission here. Oh, how do you think I can go about this process? It makes the work easier because if you have the right strategy and knowing what you're doing, it makes, like they say, when you know what you want to do and you're putting your mind to it, the law of nature just comes and makes what you're looking for work out. So I met the right person, I had my strategy, I had to get the admission, I got the admission, and I went forward to asking, okay, how can I do this? And the person gave me a strategy. Okay, I should submit this thing here and let's wait and see what's going to happen. I submitted. Another step, a practical step that you have to take. Don't forget, I told you this whole process of getting the admission took 2 years. So it's not just something you just wake up in the morning and feel that, oh, it's going to happen. And now after that, I had to think of, okay, when will I have time to visit this place? Because you don't just submit your stuff and expect that it's going to work with magic. Don't forget, these guys are not even thinking about you. They have several other things, and it's not even that you want to add something to the government in quotes. You're like coming to take something from the government, so they're not even putting you into consideration. So you need to keep time in order to follow these things. I don't really know why I'm going this in depth to tell you these things, but I just feel that this is a stage I've gotten to, and there's no point hiding anything, in the sense that I also want you to have the best, and I also want you to come into the system because we all want to fulfill our dream. The sky is so wide to contain every one of us. That's the truth. There is space for everyone. Like one of the female pilots told me recently, there is space for everyone. All you have to do is to just make sure you're putting in the work, make sure you're doing your own best. There's space for everybody, and that's what I believe. I don't believe that because 2 million more people are going to come into aviation, so I'm not going to have space. No, and that's part of why I'm sharing this information to you. That's why I want you to take this step. Take deliberate steps to get into your goal. You have to be intentional about everything you're doing. So guys, like I said, I submitted and I had to strategize a plan on when to go visit. So the first time I visited, they were like, okay, people are trying to get things and the government doesn't have money, we are not sure, and Don't forget, when is your first time? It's not always rosy and sweet the first time. In fact, it's like, let's just go give it a try. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, but no, I didn't have that mindset that if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, I believe that if it's not going to work through these guys, it's definitely going to work through someone else. So I was strategic about the plan that we have to think of, okay, this is my plan A, this is my plan B. Okay, how am I going to make it and make sure it works? So I made that step and I kept on following them, kept on making calls, because obviously nobody's going to stop you when you submit your stuff. They are going to say, maybe if you can collect somebody's number, maybe the messenger's number, or maybe people in the office. And I kept on following up. I kept on giving a call. But some people, they're like, oh, I've called the first time, I've gone there the first time, I've gone there the second time, I don't think I can do it. You don't give up for things like that. You don't, because it's your dream, it's your passion, it's your life. If you don't do it for yourself, nobody is going to do it for you. That's one thing. And when you understand that this is what I've decided to do, this is the way I've decided to go, you're going to be passionate about it. And nothing kills passion, because they see the commitment, they see the vibrancy in you, and they definitely can't stop you. And that's how I was like, I knew that this thing, I'm going to get it. That's the plan about putting up your strategy, knowing when to go visit. Another thing is about getting referrals. For instance, now you go somewhere and you meet people for the first time, you're nice to them, you're good to them, you understand. They give you the opportunity, you get their numbers. These are things you can use later on. When you come back again to visit, you can say, please, I'm looking for a so-so person. And because they know you know so-so person, they're like, okay, if this person should know this person, that means it's not just anybody that is visiting. So don't forget, courtesy is good. Being nice to people is very important. Talking to people, very, very vital. So going there again was, okay, I've known this person, I've known this person, I've known this person. So how can we establish that kind of relationship? And like I always tell you on this channel, I don't remove the spiritual aspect of it. I had to pray about it. I kept on praying about it. In fact, I fasted to some point about it because I really needed this thing. I know I wanted it, and just like several other people will do, if people can make their incantations in their houses, we are in Nigeria, for goodness sake, people can do their own charm and everything. So what stops you? You know your religion, you know what you believe in. I had to pray about it. I had to trust God about it, that God, if you've brought me to this aviation, if you've given me this admission, I know you will provide. I'm trusting in you to provide. So that part was also important. That part was also necessary. I'm not going to remove that part because that part was very important in the process, like throughout the process. So getting referrals, having your plans on visiting, and also praying was a big part of it. The next thing is this. Okay, like I said, the first one, I got an admission. Then now I had to get an admission in Nigeria to know, okay, if this thing was going to be possible. And that's how you come about hard work, writing your exams and passing. I've known a lot of people that companies have decided to sponsor them, but they write the exams and they fail. There are times when Bristol bring out publications saying we are going to be picking like 5 persons or picking like 10 persons. You guys come for the exams, and this company is ready to sponsor, but you go there and you mess up. So you need to know your own part is very, very important. Going to pass the exam is very, very vital. And now, after passing the exam, you need to ask for help. If peradventure you've passed here, like let me say like here in NCAT, you can ask for a referral when you come over and you're like, please, can you help me write a referral to so person, either this commissioner or this state or this airline for sponsorship, and they can recommend you or refer you and say, please, okay, we are trusting the student, he has gotten admission here, can you please give him? That's also a good way. But don't just stay and be like, okay, you go by yourself, because most of the time, okay, have you forgotten this quote that says, there are 5 persons away from what you're looking for, the person you want to meet, like, because this person knows this person that knows this person that knows this person that knows that person that you want to meet. So there are 5 persons through research anyways that I said that there are 5 persons that are away from the person you want to meet. So it's about asking the right questions, knowing who to meet, re-strategizing, putting in your hard work, passing your exams and going. And also you need to be accountable to somebody. When I mean you need to be accountable to somebody in this process of chasing what you want, chasing your dreams, chasing your getting towards where you want to be, you need to be accountable to someone. Like me at that point in time, okay, I could call my parents, tell them, okay, this is the stage I've gotten to, this is the person I called, this is what's happening, because they'll be in the right position to give you some certain kind of advices or tell you some things that you are not seeing. Don't forget, most of the time, these people have been in the world earlier than you are. So don't think that you can do it all by yourself. Don't think that you can move all by yourself. You need people that you can call and say, I've been chasing this thing, please can you pray for me? Please can you join me in believing that this thing is going to come to pass? Can you help me search if you know somebody that can please help me talk to this person? We all need each other to survive. We all need each other to move forward. So don't just feel that you're there, you can do it by yourself. Okay, you just go as a loner, searching for this thing. It's not going to work that way. You need to be accountable to somebody, because we need people to be able to move forward. I didn't do it all by myself. There were people I knew that knew other people that I had to talk to, and it's not in one day I knew them. Some of these people, I met them once and I didn't meet them again, but they were one way at a certain point in time, like, had to help me move to the next level of the phase of chasing the scholarship, chasing this admission, chasing these things that I wanted. So guys, I'm trying to tell you that it's not just about believing, it's about putting in the work, the hard work to get to that place you want to get to, following the right processes, being accountable to people, strategizing, when can I go visit, when can I go check up this thing I submitted. These are the things that is going to help you achieve your dreams, achieve that life goal. It must not be aviation, it might be something else. It might be something that you're really trusting God for. It might be something that you're really believing. And don't forget to pray about it, because you cannot remove the spiritual part of it. Whatever happens in this earth, always know that it's controlled by the spirit, or by the spiritual part. So guys, I hope you've gain something from this video. I always want the best for you. I always trust God that you're going to always have the best, and that's why it's about making life better on this channel, sharing things about aviation, motivation, and adventure. And if you're new here and you've not subscribed, just consider clicking on the subscribe button if you like the videos I share. Until we meet next time, even on the same channel. Bye guys.